plan of action for the future, what we intend to do is to identify an affected community or affected communities. And this again, local knowledge is going to be quite important in this. And then we will decide how we can jumpstart its economy. Okay? For example, we can establish a well, or we can install an M-Pesa or the Havshil agent. M-Pesa stands for mobile Pesa. Pesa is money, so that's mobile money. In Kenya we have this thing whereby you can send money to someone using a text message, for example. Okay, so this is quite useful. As you know, the economy of a place is dependent, of a country is dependent on how well money can flow through the country. And with M-Pesa, you can actually send money. I can pay someone, for example, and with an aid, and I can pay someone just by texting them the message and so on. So one idea we had was to install an M-Pesa agent. So once you've for example, texted money to me, I can go and show the code to the agent and send the money to his account, and he gives me money back. Okay, that's how the system works. It's quite a clever system, and also the Havshil is also another way. It's a system that Somalians normally use to send money to Kenya. That's also another idea that we had. We can also strengthen foreign links, with some of the relatives from the local community. Okay. As you know, sending money back home, that's quite an important thing. We're also thinking of subsidizing camels or some hardy animals at a subsidized rate to the community. And so as you could see in the picture there, Somalians are quite, they're quite ingenuitive people, and I think I have a good feeling that this will pick up, inshallah. We also ensure to follow up on the community, ensure that they are self-reliant, inshallah. Okay. So what can you do to help? Inshallah, you can raise awareness of the appeal. We are currently running an appeal at the moment. Perhaps you can also hold your own mini fundraisers. And we have a charity dinner that's coming in November, inshallah. And we hold it together with the Libyan Helping Hands community. And we can attend that as well, inshallah. And finally, on behalf of the EKDA and the Drought Development Group, I'd like to thank all our generous sponsors. Allah reward you all. And if anyone has any questions, I'm ready to take them at the moment.
How much if somebody wants to sponsor giving away as
it's from what we've been looking at, it can range roughly from about £3,000 up to £15,000. It depends on the quality of the well as well. Normally the more deeper ones, and the more hardy and long-lasting ones cost more. And this is one of the things we're looking at the moment.
And there's enough underground water for a long-term supply?
We need to get data. When I went to Kenya, I got a lot of connections, and I met the man in charge of the Risa area. He has data on the Risa area, which is also includes the depth of where the water tables are. And so we'll be able to get to the right place, inshallah. If we can find the intersection of the community and the water table, then this will be perfect. At the moment, we are actually, the Imam in Kenya from the Drought Development Group, he's actually looking at the moment looking for a community that we can help at this very moment.
Imam, may Allah reward you for all the hard work that you put in and for excellent presentation. A question that arises in the mind is, this is an ongoing effort that's needed.
Yes.
Do you have any idea as to what sort of funds you need to sustain some of those camps on a daily basis, on a monthly basis?
At the moment, we are going on a project basis. We are now, alhamdulillah, for our current project, we sent for the five vehicles that we sent. We have a little bit of money left over, roughly about £2,000 to £3,000. So the next project we estimate is going to cost us roughly about £20,000 to drill a well. This is our intention. So we go it by project basis as it comes along. We document the project and we get the accounts for that project and we put it aside and look for the next task. But that's how we go about the issues. So at the moment we're probably looking at roughly about 20,000 shortly.
The next target is 20,000.
Yeah.
And will you be asking for sadaqah or zakah?
We have a number of ideas that we have in the ground on how to raise money. We probably, what we're looking at the moment is to look at some of the corporate companies around the Middle East and the largest Scotland as well, the charity dinner as well. Inshallah, that will raise some money as well. And we perhaps do walks,
Sponsored walks.
Yes, sponsored walks. There's a variety of ideas that we have. And alhamdulillah, we're gaining a lot of advice from some of the elder charities such as EMAT, for example, the Tikar and the Safras. They're quite helpful and it's quite useful. Yes?
The help goes out just exclusively to Muslims or Muslims, non-Muslims?
We do not differentiate. We help in this community because I mean it's we cannot just we reflect badly on Muslims if we just help Muslims alone. But in the Dab refugee camp, I mean almost everyone there is Muslim in any case. But that's not a factor that we use. But that's not a factor that we use though.
Abdurrahman, Assalamu alaikum. Jazakallah khair. May Allah reward you for all the efforts that you are doing. Fantastic and appreciate your hard work. There are a lot of bad news about Somali going on, about piracy and whatnot.
Yes.
How much is that contributing to this disaster?
I think it is contributing significantly. The very fact that this disaster is existing is due to such issues. Somali being unstable, that's what I mean. So I would say 90% is as a result of the instability in Somalia. Yeah. Because I was speaking to Nabil the other day, I mentioned at the moment in America there is a drought, probably at the same scale, but nobody's heard about it because the system in America is so good, you see. So it's due to the instability, I would say. Yes. I mean, Somalia has two rivers running across it, and if they were to capitalize on that, they wouldn't even feel this at all. They're in a very strategic area as well in the Horn of Africa, and they can get aid from Asia quite easily, from Sudan as well. Sudan has a river Nile running across it. You could easily get aid from the Mediterranean as well because you can come through the Suez Canal. So I think all this is mainly due to the instability of Somalia.
Would that be some reason for the world to react in a more sympathetic way?
I think the world should react because, I mean, if people suffer, it's in our nature and we should react. If we were not to react, then we would be inhuman. So this is the reason why we in Aberdeen have reacted in this way. So it's in our nature to react positively, regardless of who's in charge. It's in our nature to do that. So I think that the world should react in a positive way, regardless. And alhamdulillah, the world has reacted. And especially during the month of Ramadan, mashallah, the Muslims really contributed worldwide. I thought that it was just in Aberdeen, but the Turkish, for example, had a very significant presence in the Drought. They built a lot of, if you noticed in the video, there were structures made of corrugated iron sheets. Those were all made by the Turkish mainly. These are toilets, some are mosques, and they really contributed quite a bit in there. And may Allah reward them for that. Yeah.
I have copies of the pictures or videos online, right?
Oh yes, I forgot to mention, you can find copies of the, Alhamdulillah, brother Ismail put the pictures on the Aberdeen Mosque website, so you can find detailed pictures of all that we took in the Aberdeen Mosque website under the Kenyan Charity Aid Work link, right on the homepage, Alhamdulillah.
What are the videos?
Videos, you can find them on YouTube, sorry. You can find the videos on YouTube as well. I will provide the links to yourself so you can find them, inshallah. May Allah reward all of you for coming, inshallah. If anyone has any other questions I would like to ask me offline, we have one other question.
Is all the charities are really welcome on the ground, or is it there is a lot of bureaucracy and hassle or bad hands? You have to pay to let you transport stuff or take work freely?
We did not experience any barriers. And in fact, normally Kenya would have a lot of restrictions, unofficial restrictions. But I mean, the gates were open throughout for us this time. The people understood the problems that people were experiencing there. Yeah.
Jazakallah.